It's Workers' Week, and celebrations began last Friday. There are several celebrations to mark the moment, including a Thanksgiving service at the Morant Bay Parish Church today. Now, if you're missing the service because you decided to stay home and watch Jamaica Magazine, not to worry, you can catch the floral tribute or the unveiling of the bust of the Honourable Lyndon Newland, both happening this Tuesday. With the floral tribute at the corner of Peachan and Harbour Streets in downtown Kingston and the bust unveiling at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. If you can't get to any of these, don't miss the Expo and Discussion Forum happening at Emancipation Park Wednesday, May 22. We have a wonderful lineup. Don't go anywhere.
Money are your problem, car are your problem. Hey, whatever the problem is, just let it go, because stress is not a flex. A quick way to let go the stress is to find someone you can share your concerns with. And if you can't do that, then find other ways to release your stress, because stress is not a flex.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has embarked on a journey to help our youth let go the stress, installing wellness benches in schools across Jamaica, setting them up as safe spaces for communication about mental challenges. If you can't find a seat on the bench, get a hold of this exercise to help you alleviate the stress.
First of all, I want you to think about the worst thing that offends you and upsets you and you're uncertain about. Just think about it. And then, after 3, I want to transfer the stress from the brain into the ball, and it has to show on your face. 1, 2, 3.
As I said earlier, it's Workers' Week, and this Thursday is also Labor Day. Let's hear the latest on what's happening with both observances.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the show that gives you information on the latest topics. We're now in Workers' Week. This began last Friday, May 17, and will culminate with Labor Day next Thursday, May 23. Now, if you don't know, Workers' Week is one of our annual observances and one with deep-rooted significance in our history. It arose from the 1938 riots, which led to the establishment of labor standards, of which we all benefit from today. The theme for this year's observance is recognizing abilities, fostering greater inclusion of our workers. To speak about this significant observance and the activities involved, I am joined by the Divisional Director of Industrial Relations and Allied Services in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Gillian Carrodas. Welcome to Get the Facts, Lady Carrodas.
Thank you very much, and it's certainly a pleasure this Workers' Week to sit here with you and your listeners.
All right, so this Workers' Week. Now, can you tell us a bit about Workers' Week? What is it?
Yeah, so Workers' Week is celebrated each year in the 3rd week of May.
Okay.
And you might ask, why May?
Please.
Well, internationally, you hear about May Day, when they had their different demonstrations in relation to the rights of workers, decent work, we call it now,
right,
in Jamaica. As far back as the 1937, 1938, the workers in Jamaica were very adamant that they wanted certain minimum standards in relation to wages, in relation to their conditions of work.
Right.
And we recall in the sugar era, we would have had all these different riots and so. But Workers' Week, celebrated in May, is symbolic of that kind of upheaval, that kind of unsettled disposition of workers that have now led to the minimum standards that we have today in our labor laws.
Okay.
So many persons may not know, but out of those riots came the Moyne Commission, where there was an investigation into what was causing all of this unrest, upheaval,
right,
what were the things that needed to happen. And one of the things that was suggested is the establishment of the Labour Department. the establishment of minimum standards. So we have even a minimum wage that came
that's what it's
about as a
connected to.
result, right, the Minimum Wage Act
Right.
and resultant orders.
Okay.
So Workers' Week is that week that we stop to reflect on where we're coming from, where we are, and where we're going as labor. Where is the labor market going?
So what's behind this year's theme? Recognizing abilities, fostering greater inclusion of our workers.
So Jamaica has done tremendously well in respect of the labor market.
All right.
We are 4.2% unemployment. That is a historic.
We're talking out of 100.
Out of 100, right? And that is very historic. What we recognize is that the average Jamaican person who is looking for a job
Right.
may easily find a job in Jamaica today. And we want to say thank you to the employers. We want to say thank you to the workers. We want to say to the job seekers, we are ready to help you. Now, as we look at the whole issue of Workers' Week, we have to really look at what it is that needs to be done for not just the current workers, but persons with disabilities. We also, and I mentioned that we are at record low levels of unemployment,
Right.
because there are some persons that by age, they may have retired, but it doesn't mean that they haven't retired in the sense that they're ready to join other spaces for economic reasons,
Yes.
to give their skills to other sectors. So we know that there are persons who retired as teachers. They may want to re-enter the classroom
Yeah.
in different ways.
Wow.
To give to special education as shadows, even for persons, children with disabilities.
Right.
So we're encouraging persons to just reflect, to understand that there is always scope to enter, and we want to recognize that employers will have to look a little bit more closer at making access to persons with disabilities possible. We do know that with COVID we learned a lot, and persons with disabilities have become involved in work from home, and it has been very encouraging.
Right.
But this Labor Day and Workers' Week leading into Labor Day, we're ramping up the access, as we say.
Ramping up the act.
Right. For elderly persons, the senior citizens, persons with vulnerabilities, and persons with disabilities.
Understood.
So Workers' Week, we are recognizing the abilities.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
So what are some of the activities that will mark Workers' Week? Can you just give me top two?
Oh, top two. All right. So we are going out to the communities.
All right. Yeah.
And we have already gone out to the community of Frome in Westmoreland, because that's where the sugar riot started.
The history.
Exactly. And we reminded the young persons. We had lots of schools that came, and we had lots of persons from the communities in and around Frome that came out. They were able to get access to all the social services, the PATH, the social pension, or partners that came with us, the health services.
So it's a pretty big draw.
Pretty big draw.
Okay.
So that happened in Frome.
Right.
And if you didn't get a chance to go to Frome, you have another chance to be at the Emancipation Park on the 22nd of May. And that's Wednesday. We start at 10 o'clock and we go up until 3 o'clock.
Right.
Persons with disabilities will be happy to know that the JUTC is partnering with us, and that they will be able to get transportation that takes them
there and
straight
back. Yeah.
to the Emancipation Park.
That's wonderful.
Persons who are senior citizens, it is the place to be. May 22nd, come and hang with us.
Park.
Emancipation Park, because it's a one-stop shop. We have partners in the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, the RGD, just about any kind of social service. So we're ramping up the access to education opportunities with the Heart Trust NSTA. We're ramping up the opportunities in terms of the financial access, because we will have a few of those financial houses as well. We're ramping up the access in terms of the social services. And definitely, I cannot leave that we're ramping up the access in terms of employment services.
Wow.
So persons will be interviewed on spot, and persons with disabilities. We will have sign language experts and so to help with those interviews. So we are ensuring that we're fostering greater inclusion of our workers.
So ramping up the access, ramping up the buy-in, hoping that everybody comes on out. You cannot miss, apparently, what's going to be happening on the 22nd.
22nd.
At Emancipation Park. Now, we do hope our viewers are much clearer and in tune with what's happening with this Workers' Week. You got the history, you got the present, but don't go anywhere. Next, we'll be talking about the upcoming Labor Day activities, so please, stay tuned.
This Labor Day, May 23, let's ramp up the access. Show that you care. Help to build ramps enabling access for those with disabilities, the elderly, and other vulnerable Jamaicans. Support your community schools, health centers, and shelters. We're not just building ramps, we're building up inclusion, empathy, and support. We're building a better Jamaica. Labor Day 2024 for persons with disabilities, the elderly, and the vulnerable. Ramp up the access. Show that you care.
Earlier we talked about Workers' Week and its historical significance, particularly the connection to our modern labor laws. Now we'll be talking about Labor Day, because it too is a realization of our struggles and labor movements of which we've marked our errors and strived for better working conditions. We're continuing the conversation with Divisional Director of Industrial Relations and Allied Services in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Gillian Carrodos. So, Lady Carrodos, this year's theme is persons with disabilities, the elderly and the vulnerable, and you said it in the first half, ramp up the access, show that you care. Now, I have to put an unenviable question at you. Labor Day is a holiday. You know, we as Jamaicans would like to stay home or go out, have fun. So, on Labor Day, why should I not go to the beach or just stay home and sleep?
You know, I knew you would ask me that question. And a lot of persons are thinking the same thing.
Right.
But I'm going to start with a segment of the slogan.
Okay.
Show that you care.
Oh.
So it's a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to recognize that as a country, we have a responsibility to our brother and our sisters. And therefore, we're asking persons to show your care, to help us to ramp up the physical access, and the access, not just physical, but in terms of all access for persons with disabilities, the elderly, senior citizens, and the vulnerable.
Yeah, sorry to break it, but I have to ask, the ramp up, is it literal? We're building ramps, installing ramps?
I was just about to tell you. So we're literally building a ramp.
Great.
And that will happen on Labor Day at the Institute of Jamaica for the encouragement of literature, science, and art.
That's the national project.
And you might wonder why I know it so well, because I used to work there.
Oh.
So we want to recognize the Institute of Jamaica and the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport that is leading that exercise.
Okay.
And it is really to provide physical access so that persons can have access to Jamaica's national treasures, the museums. Wouldn't you want your grandmother, your relative with a disability to have ease of access, to enjoy all that is there at the Institute of Jamaica? So it is very symbolic that this year we are literally taking the oldest cultural institution in the Western Hemisphere
Yes.
and ramping up the physical access. But we will be ramping up the access, as you already asked me, in different ways, because as we go on past Labor Day, we're encouraging employers, just civil society, to just do their part. So on Labor Day, that's when you really start ramping up the access. You really are going to come out. I know people want to go to the beach, but you know what? The beach will always be there. So we want you to come out, and it's at 10 to 16 East Street in downtown Kingston.
Right.
There's ample parking. We're all going to be there. If you are not there, I'm sure you're going to be somewhere else across the island, ramping up the access in some other space, creating an opportunity in your community, at your church, at whatever is your organization or community project,
Right.
or national, or the parish level projects that you choose to participate in.
And just to underline,
Yes.
the location you gave us, that is the location of our
So the national project
Yes.
is the Institute of Jamaica, 10 to 16 East Street. It's downtown Kingston.
Right.
And there's going to be ample parking. There's always enough work for all of us to do. So don't worry and say, oh, your neighbor is going, so you don't need to come. We need you as well.
All hands on
Remember,
deck.
show you care. That's part of the theme this
All
Labor Day.
hands on deck. You know, I found it interesting while you were describing how showing that we care, and especially the access to the national treasures. There's also an element of this of building equity for the future. I will be old one day.
That's correct. And you know what is so significant is that so many of our young persons spend their time on the social media, but their devices. And it is very important for us to protect elements of this history so that they are able to go at their leisure and to see the physical history. And it is a place that I call the best kept secret, in the sense that there's so much that the Institute of Jamaica has. And even its flora and fauna, they have a fantastic science museum. And I do know that a lot of the primary prep schools, preschools go to visit. But I am sure that a lot more high schools and community groups will be visiting to see this fantastic science museum.
Right.
There's also so it's called the Natural History Museum, but we call it loosely the Science Museum.
Okay.
There's the National Museums of Jamaica, and that is where you can go and see many of the artifacts in its collection. There's a Jamaica Music Museum. Did you know that, Theodore?
I did.
That's right. So that is all part of the Institute of Jamaica. There is a National Gallery where you have the fine arts. And there's the African Caribbean Institute of Jamaica, Jamaica Memory Bank. And there they do oral history recordings. So you can find all of this, listen to some of the stories that persons would have told. So we want to ramp up the access to the museums, and that is being done through the national project this year. And
I like that.
Come out.
Yes.
I am telling you, it is going to be better than
this is your final word.
That's my final word. It's going to be better than a beach would offer, because you're preserving Jamaica's rich cultural history.
All right. We are ramping up the access. We're remembering the struggles that have brought us to the minimum standards of labor that we all benefit today. And we're highlighting Labor Day, ramping up the access. And as Lady Corodas mentioned, it's about showing that we care.
That you care.
That you care. Now put yourself in it. Personalize it. Yes.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Get the Facts, and I do hope you have a productive week, just getting ready for a productive day on Labor Day. See you next time.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
the island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Here's something to get you in the Labor Day mood. Remember in primary school when you drop a juice bag on the floor or something like that, you'd be labeled a litter bug? Perhaps it's still going on now. I don't know. But I do know I didn't want to have that stain on me. I went down this nostalgic path because of our upcoming feature. It's bad when kids disrespect the surroundings. It's even more disheartening when adults do it because we should know better, and we do. So don't just go around discarding your garbage anyhow. Bag it. Here's how.
With our best effort, the National Solid Waste Management alone cannot clean up Jamaica, cannot clean up Maypen. We have to get the buy-in of the residents. What is Bag It Up? Bag It Up is simply saying to you, take responsibility for the solid waste that you generate. As small as an ice cement bag, paper, as small as a Wrigley's wrap, don't throw it out through the car window. Don't drop it at your foot. Put it in a bag, pack it up, bag it up, so that we can come and take it. We want to encourage containerization in the very minimum. We don't want you to believe that it's only when you have a lot of garbage that you must take responsibility for it. We want you to take responsibility for just that little biscuit paper, even the little biscuit paper, the little thing that wrap up the little bun that you eat, the little patty bag. We want everything to be properly containerized.
SPM Waste Management, a regional company of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, launched the community-based project Bag It. It seeks to address issues associated with littering in the town of Maypen-Carindon. Research shows that vendors and passengers in public transportation vehicles are among the main contributors to littering in the parish's capital. The Bag It campaign wants to change behaviors associated with improper solid waste management and implement effective measures for containerization.
Maypen Town Centres is one of those heavily populated town centres. So we decided that Maypen Town Centre is one of those areas that we should start by sending the message. We want residents to understand that with garbage not being properly containerized, right, it will contribute to the flooding of the garbage in the town. We have our sanitation crew who start to clean the town centres from as early as 4 a.m. each morning. But when you move through the town centres, like around 9, 10 a.m., it's like the town hasn't been swept. Bag It is one initiative that we are partnering with the Maypen Parish Council. We are partnering with the vendors, we are partnering with the taxi owners and operators, and we are partnering also with some of the businesses in the town centres. Now, we have made some bumper stickers to put on some of the taxi, and we will be asking some of these taxi owners and operators to help us to spread the message, to encourage passengers who traverse in their taxi on a daily basis not to throw the garbage through the window. As small as a box, you know, bag juice, whatever it is, it helps to contribute to flooding. So we want residents to desist from dumping.
None of my passengers have to throw no garbage for out of my car. Because we have a bag, sit there.
Any passenger eating in my car and throw things through my window, I throw them out of the car at the same time. I must leave it in the car, and at the end of the day I took it out, chuck it in the bin.
Now, if persons want to eat in the car, and instead of them throwing the garbage outside the window, they can put it in the car, in the bag. As it relates to the the vendors, we have made some bibs, and we'll be giving those bibs to some of the vendors in the market as much as possible. Now, with the bibs, what will happen is that they will wear the bibs, and the bibs will bear the sign, bag it, and also do the right thing. Now, we are asking the vendors in Maple Town Centre to talk to some of their customers who come in on a weekly and a daily basis. Listen, look here, let's stop throwing the garbage all over the market, because guess what? When the garbage clog up the drains, it helps the market to flood out.
It's a good purpose that we should put our garbage in and don't litter the place and keep our surroundings clean.
It is good for bagging it, because if you bag it, you just take it up and put it there in the truck, come and pick it up.
I got the garbage bag and I'm gonna put the garbage in it, that I don't have to litter the place.
Heel up. Big up the plastic then. Yo, don't mess the place here, keep it real.
Across the country, you have different audiences, so we have to target various groups to help us spread the message. So the vendors will help us, the taxi owners, operators will help us, right? The people who own the supermarkets, restaurant, etc., we want them to help us as well.
Right across Jamaica, we have the challenge where some people believe that they must just throw things out, they must just discard items at will. We want to inculcate in the minds of people from very early that we are responsible for the solid waste that we generate.
Almost every piece of plastic that you have ever used still exists. A plastic bag, for example, takes about 20 years to break down. But the toothbrush that we use every day takes 500 years. And so, how are we supposed to achieve this big goal of stopping plastic pollution? We need to phase out all single-use plastics. And Jamaica has been reducing our plastic bags, our straws, we have food containers, and we're now focusing on microbeads. Those are the small things that you have in your cosmetic products. And we must end fast fashion. You know that those cheap clothing, when we look at those brands, they come out very quickly, and we think that it's, it's cheap. But the fact is, how they are produced, what they are made from often includes plastic, and we throw them away very quickly because they don't last long. We also need to invest in innovative technologies and materials, because we need to what? Build a plastic-free world. We can spread awareness about environmental movement. Your voice matters. Your social media click and like and share also matters, because it means that more of that information spreads more widely.
We have come to the end of today's show. To catch a repeat of this or any other, feel free to log on to our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Audrey Williams. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.